Every post, comment, photo, in fact, all of your content points towards your visibility, credibility, and likability. Today, we're going to talk about how to get noticed with your credibility and likability. Let's get into it. Hi there. Thank you for watching and subscribing to Visibility is Power TV. I'm Rashonda Pratt, known in the digital streets as The Rose Show Live, video visibility coach and producer, empowering you to build a brand with video because your visibility is power. Today, we're going to talk about how you can get more visibility, get noticed with your credibility and likability. Now, this is the thing we have to understand. We have to define what credibility and likability is. So, credibility is being trusted and believed in. Likability is what makes you as a person likable, what allows people to like you. Now, the way you can get noticed, the way you can build your visibility is by being credible and likable. Breaking it down, being honest and trustworthy, especially online. There are so many catfish things happening in the digital space, and you don't want that to be said about you. So, really developing the mindset that you are going to create a brand that's credible, that means honest, can be trusted and believed in, and also likable. What are the things that people like about you? Now, I'm going to share some ideas on some of the things that you can do, but I think so often we focus so much on the do and not the who. Your character, ladies and gentlemen, is so very important. I know we've heard and probably read the books about building your character, who you are when nobody's looking, your character and your integrity. You probably even remember studying or talking about that when you were in school. But those things are not just elementary. I believe those things are fundamental when it comes to building a brand online. We have enough Facebook fakers and Instagram imposters. We don't want that to be said about you. You want to make sure that you're coming across as the real deal Holyfield. You want when people hear you post something or hear you share a story, they know that they can trust you. And I've really developed this passion about creating an online brand, a brand rather, that's credible and likable from my years of working behind the scenes as a television news producer. One of the things that I really prided myself in is being the kind of producer that educated my audience, but also being the kind of producer that got down to the truth, the facts of the story, and presenting that to people. And having done that for 20 years in television news, I've taken that same thought and do that with my online business in showing up here in the digital streets, making sure that I educate people, but also showing up being credible and likable. What does that mean? That means that when I share content with you, when I share information with you, it's something that I've already done, not something that I read about. When I come here and I share real stories from clients, it's not something that I'm making up. These are true stories. These are real interactions. These are real experiences I've had. And in doing that, I believe that helps to add to my visibility because what I've heard from some people, they say when it comes to knowing the truth about visibility, social media, what's happening in these digital streets. They say, Rashonda, I always go to your platform to find that out. Now, that's a big responsibility, right? And it's one that I gladly take on because visibility brings responsibility. And a part of my responsibility is making sure that I'm sharing information that's believable, that I'm showing up trustworthy, and I'm showing up honest. And in doing those things, guess what? People like you. Who doesn't want to like someone who's honest, right? So, what are some of the things that you can do right now? I'm going to share four things that you can do right now to build credibility and likability. Number one, define and build a signature brand. Define and build a signature brand. Don't try to show up like everyone else. Really hone in on what makes you different, what makes you unique, what separates you from everyone else, and build that signature brand and clearly define it. Define who you are and who you are not. Number two, Regularly update your social media profiles, right? Things have changed in your business or in your company, things have changed in your life. Making sure that you're going through and regularly updating your social media profiles. Number three, answer relevant questions in your area of expertise. Creating content is what helps to get you noticed because now you're building your credibility and likability. You're creating content that's believable, content that's educating or entertaining or empowering your audience, your viewers. So, answering relevant questions, right, that they are looking for helps to aid in your credibility and likability. Again, who doesn't like someone who is a source of information or resource? And number four, build relationships with journalists, bloggers to be known as a reliable source. This is one of the things that I have done in my business. Along with building a brand online, I've also used my local media as a way of becoming a reliable source and positioning myself as a digital strategist and positioning myself as the first lady of visibility. So when it comes to building a credible brand and being visible and getting noticed, when you have local media in your back pocket and you're using that, people look at that and say, wow, they were on the local news or they were on the Today Show or CBS The Talk. It speaks to your credibility and the likability and the believability. Is that a word? Of who you are. So here's my challenge to you. How can you do better to get noticed or enhance your visibility by enhancing your credibility and likability? How can you do that? What are some of the things that you can do today? I'd love for you to drop that below the video, right? Because I want to hold you accountable. What are some of the things that you can do better to enhance your visibility, right? By enhancing your credibility and your likability. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that I know to be true about getting noticed is when you hone in on these things here about becoming credible and likable, it ultimately leads to more visibility and more profitability. If you're not already doing so, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And hey, share this. Share this with another entrepreneur or your business bestie who needs to understand that they can get noticed by being credible and likable. I'm Rashonda Pratt, known online as The Rose Show Live, video visibility coach and producer, empowering you to build a brand with video because your visibility is power. Talk to you soon.